Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Entrepreneur Power Hour. I'm Chris Peters along with Kareem Mays, and we have Dan Sissick here tonight. And we're doing a special show tonight. Basically, we're just going to talk about some goals that we have for 2018. What are some of your goals? And, just working hard as an entrepreneur is a reality for everybody, I think. And if you really want to make it in life, then you got to set goals every year, and you've got to push yourself, and you got to keep working and working at something. Because when Kareem and we first started this, it was just me and him sitting in a shitty little, like, we didn't have studio lighting or anything. Well, I mean, Kareem's not in his studio right now, but we didn't have any of this cool stuff we have, and we were kind of just winging it, throwing stuff at the wall, just talking, discussing stuff, and trying to get different people on the show. And then it evolved into us building a company and becoming professional video marketers and editors and production specialists. So it was a long journey, but here we are. And we started in network marketing back in 2012. And that's when I met Kareem, and we were doing mentoring for free, and we were doing It Works, and we were trying to sell health products, and just kept going and going and going. And now we're company owners. So, I mean, it's, when you stick to something that you really want to do and you're passionate about it, and you keep trying things, eventually you find out what works, and then you keep moving closer and closer to your dream. So, what are some personal goals that you have, Dan, for this year?
Dan.
You're muted, buddy.
Let's unmute him.
Oh, he just muted him again.
Hmm?
There we go. Oh, he's trying to mute and unmute. There we go, Dan.
Yeah, because as I was unmuting, Kareem was hitting it too. And actually, I'm trying to, over this last year, I've had a rough year, and I've not been as focused on my own goals and what I want to do. So this year, I'm trying to refocus. I've kind of got some new energy. Like they say, as long as you don't quit, you keep moving and taking those steps forward, you're eventually will get there. And that's my plan is, I'm like you guys, I've been involved in things I've been doing since about 2012, kind of doing like you guys do, hit and miss, here and there. And this year, after the last year and a half I've had, which has been, I think, the crappiest year of my life in a lot of ways.
Oh, shit.
Financially,
Yeah.
it really took me down a rabbit hole that I just did not like. And
Yeah.
I've been kind of there before, but I had some backup money because I had a 401k. This time around, I didn't really have that type of money, so it made it
Right.
a lot harder. So now I'm just wanting to gear up, get back into my blogging, build that up some more, and then start working on finding the niche in the area that I want to work into, and get my goals written down. That's one thing. I've written goals before, but I've never been super specific and broken them down into sizable things. I've been very generic in the past, and now I want to, after hearing and listening to people and things like that, I'm going to try and do it in bite size with my overall goals, and then bite size it, throughout the year, and set measurable things that I can set and work towards. And if I don't get there, I get there. If I don't, I'm going to keep going.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's important to just take pieces of it, right? You work on something each day, one at a time, one goal at a time. And that way you don't get overloaded, right? Like, you don't overload yourself and get overwhelmed, and then all of a sudden you're like, well, I got to get all this done and this done and this. And you try to work on too many things at once, you actually end up being non-productive, as where you work on stuff one thing at a time, and you can become, you stay a lot more productive that way, I find. And it's taken us a long time to get here, but 2018, Kareem and I have figured, we can get, all we need to do to hit our first $120,000 in our first year is to get 5 clients getting 1 video a day, or 1 client getting 5 videos a day. So, I mean, that's pretty doable. That is a very, very reasonable goal. And I'm really excited, because once we get out there and start grinding and hitting businesses and finding out, what we need to change. Do we need to tweak anything? And that's what Sean and we're all really excited for that, to get out there and start hitting businesses, and then finding out why business owners said no, so we can come back to the drawing board and figure out, well, what didn't we communicate? What didn't work? Do we have to change this? Is there something in the brochures we need to change? You got to do that in any business. You have to keep tweaking things, and you have to keep going, and you have to keep figuring out why. If the client says no, we got to figure out why. Okay, did we not communicate the value effectively enough? Was there something that we didn't say that we should have said? And Sean's been helping us with all that, which is really, really good. And I'm just really excited for what lies ahead for us. So I'm just looking for some of our goals that we've set. Sean actually got us to do this, to set some personal and business goals for 2018. So I'm just bringing them up here. Kareem, do you want to talk a bit about some of your goals for 2018? Well, before I read all the stuff that we typed out on Trello, or that I typed out. I want to read yours too, because you set some different goals. I think our business goals are identical, but I think some personal and financial goals might be a bit different. So I put my goals on the Trello thing here. So.
Okay, you guys use Trello? That's cool.
Yes, we do. Yep.
Oh.
Kareem showed me this, actually.
I might have to.
It's
okay,
good.
cool.
It's a good one.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Now, if you guys are still wanting me to do blog posts, because I've used Trello a little bit.
Of course we do. We just got to get the money to hire you to write articles for us, Dan.
Well, I could do some still, just to do some and give me exposure.
Yeah, that's true. It would, yeah. Have you thought about what Sean talked to you about, though, about getting into an accounting business? Because that's where your gold mine is, Dan.
I've been thinking about it. I'm still going things over in my head and stuff.
Yeah, no, he knows his shit, man. So listen to him. He knows what he's talking about. So that's how he's gotten us from doing the power hour and trying to specialize in too many things into getting into where we are with Rockstar now, and that's what we had to do. So he really was big help. So anyway, sorry, Kareem, go ahead, bud.
Oh, it's all good. It's exciting because, hey, finally, it's starting to make sense. We're starting to actually get somewhere. And for a while, I felt we were spinning our wheels. What are we going to do? And we were coming up with some interesting stuff, but none of it was really, I guess I could say, I was like looking forward, like, I'm going to try this product. I'm going to do this and get this course and try this. And then we just met Sean. We met Isaac at the same time. And all of a sudden we have a funnel, we have a company, and we have some ideas of what we're going to do going forward. So it feels great.
Yeah, it does.
So that being said, the goals that I have are, I'd like to keep doing the power hour, with Dan and with everybody here and keep going, because that's where we started. I don't want to forget our beginnings. I want to try and I would say when we're starting, a client per every couple of weeks or 2 clients every couple of weeks. And I don't think that's, that far out of reach if we're going out there with brochures, if we're running funnels. And last thing I'd really like to do is honestly just expand my video services to other sites. Like there's some stuff I've been interested in, like doing a metal podcast with Chris, doing some different podcasts on YouTube, some work on Udemy and Fiverr, and keep that going so I can, continue to market videos. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, and I mean, it's been great. I mean, it feels good to finally figure out and be able to plan our plan of attack to build our business and get clients and start making some good money. So, yeah, I think doing the power hour is something we've just been so busy. We haven't been able to have time to do it. We've just been busy building funnels and doing work on the YouTube channel. I've been tagging videos like crazy with our new tool we have, TubeRank machine, to try to get more subscriptions, more views and stuff. And yeah, it's been a lot of work, but I mean, I've been learning Sony Vegas Pro a lot lately too, and reading a lot. And I actually have some goals here that I want to read. So my business goals for 2018 are to get 15 long-term clients, $5,000 per month profit by the end of 2018. So that's $10,000 a month between me and Kareem. So that's $120,000 in our first year. 15 client testimonials. To hire a sales and marketing specialist for Rockstar. To get out there and pitch 14 brick and mortars each and every week. To build credibility and authority, and to put 40 hours per week into the business. And then I've got some personal goals and habits here. To read for at least 2 hours every day, to listen to all my formulas from my phone and at least one personal development audio each day, to continue to learn as much as I can about video editing, marketing, and advertising to improve my skill sets and the quality and service of Rockstar Entrepreneurial Starters, to become more productive and hardworking each day so I can move closer to my goal of being a successful entrepreneur, to be able to move out of my current house and into a trailer or house at this point with my mom because she's paying a lot of rent for a really small place, and I wouldn't mind sharing a place with my mom for a little while just until, you know, she can get some more money coming in so she can, and then we'll decide who's going to keep the trailer in the house. But anyway, financial goals and habits that I have set for myself: to have at least $5,000 to $10,000 saved by the end of 2018, probably a lot more. To become more disciplined in how I spend my money. To have enough money to get my car back on the road. To have my fines paid off. To be able to move out of my current residence should the need arise, and to save as much money as possible. So those are my goals for this year.
Let me pull up my Trello because I do have it here. Let's see what I have. Okay. So I actually had the same thing as you. I had 15 long-term clients because I think we agreed on that.
Yeah.
I had to hit at least 5 businesses a week.
Okay.
I had to learn how to run traffic to our funnel, how to get more people there, to do the power hour every couple of weeks. I didn't say every week because I don't think that's going to be possible because I'm running around doing stuff.
Yeah, we're going to be very busy. Yeah.
And then I also had to make 3,000 or 4,000 on Fiverr because I've been working Fiverr pretty hard, and I think I'm going to do a lot more than that. To start making a few video courses on Udemy about public speaking.
Nice.
To start posting on YouTube at least twice a week. Then my personal goals are, I kind of want to get down to 10% body fat because I've been working out more.
Nice.
I wanted to maintain my savings. I'm not shooting for a specific number yet because so far I'm doing all right with that. And I want to try and stream at least twice a week.
Like on Twitch?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if we moved the power hour to Twitch, that would be really cool. Like, because what I could do is I could start setting up our Zoom, and then I could OBS capture it and stream it to my Twitch channel. And I mean, who knows? I mean, Twitch could possibly be bigger than YouTube for us.
Yeah, well,
so I think I'm
IRL
gonna
just
start
brings
doing
people
that.
in because I've sat on there and I'm like, oh, okay, you know, is this gonna work?
Mm-hmm. I think it'd be a great idea to start streaming our show to Twitch, and I'm gonna start doing that. Absolutely. What about what else you guys want to talk about?
I was also going to talk about, I had some ideas of what we can do with the power hours still.
Okay.
We're still going to
talk about that.
Yes. I was going to throw some ideas by you because I have some ideas, you know, so we can get more people so we don't have to like send out tons and tons of invites because with Rockstar, it's too much. Like I'm trying to learn video and then we're trying to build stuff.
We're doing a lot of work putting into that.
Stuff. Yeah, and then it's just like, oh, okay, I'm gonna do a mastermind. So first, we're just gonna get feedback of what you think we can do to, you know, improve show, get more people, get it from Dan, get it from me. And I'll say what I have as an idea going forward for the new year.
So then run it by me.
I was gonna get Dan's feedback first.
Oh, okay. He's muted again.
Oh, okay. Um, wow, both of you have good detailed things there, and sounds like you got some measurable stuff as well as some out line stuff and things like that. Um, sounds like I could take a good cue from you guys to
Hmm.
uh, you know when I do my goals for this year, kind of follow that same example, so that way I can get a better frame in my head of things that I have had in my head going on, but I've just never really taken a lot of time to really write it down.
Right.
At one time, I did a mission statement for what I wanted to do, so I think I need to revisit that and look at that as well as when I'm writing my goals, and then that way, kind of see where it was, what's changed or what's come up. Like you guys said, review and adjust, and see if that's where I still want to be or if I need to go and work on that, and then just get some good, measurable, concrete things I want to get accomplished. Like, you know, if I want to blog every day, if I want to do video, or if I want to, start getting into podcasting and stuff like that, which I think that would be cool and stuff. I just need to figure
Definitely.
that out a little bit more and stuff, and just kind of get myself back to square one, in between, trying to, find work that will pay me decently, and so I can keep moving forward and keep going forward and not let this last year keep me from moving forward.
Yeah. But what were you asking, Kareem? If people had some ideas.
Yeah, I just want to get feedback on what we can do to A, make it a better show, and B, what you think it do to like get more people.
Well, one, definitely, you guys posted Facebook, you posted to, do all the social media stuff to
We
just put it
used
out there?
to, but now we've kind of just we haven't been just because we don't know when we're gonna do shows. So I think we should be planning it every week. If we're gonna do it, we should be planning it in advance and then getting it out there. Maybe running some, running I don't know, maybe running some ads or something. But I don't know if we're gonna put money because if we're gonna put money into ads, we want to put it into our company.
No, I get you, but
Not so much that just this, right? Because this is our mastermind, which is fine. But I mean, I would
if
like to be able to promote it stronger so we could get more people on here.
but look at it this way, this can also be another funnel.
Absolutely, you're right. You're right.
So if you are going to use it, you need to put a little money towards it.
Yes, you're
You
right.
just need to break that budget down a little bit
Okay.
of what you're doing on the bigger scale,
Yeah, that's a good idea.
and put a little bit of money to the side for this, for running those ads to get people out there as a additional funnel, not your main funnel, not your big one, but it's still a funnel, and
It is. It is. You're
you
right.
might be surprised at what you can attract just in the offbeat thing, and where it might be, the difference between you getting that, the one or two people that you're talking about a week, and maybe you can get 3 or 4 just by virtue of using this as the funnel and as a way and a means of getting yourselves exposure out there more through LinkedIn, Twitter, all the different social media apps. I think it's still worth the time and energy,
Absolutely.
because it's another viable means of getting yourself exposure and getting yourself out there.
You're right.
Doesn't mean you have to, because on Facebook ads you can still target the target audience that you want, and you can drill it down to what you're looking for and who you want to target to.
That's a good idea. No, you're right. It is a potential funnel, and I have been thinking about that. Like, do we want to? Because we do want to run this as a funnel, because this is a funnel into Rockstar. It totally is, and it's a renowned one. I mean, we're not super renowned, but people know us through this, so that would make it an easier way to break the ice, right? And if we got different business owners that come on and say, well, I really would like some videos for this, and I need some help doing video. I don't have a video presence, and bang, we're in the door. So, no, that's a really good idea, Dan. Thank you.
Well, look at it this way too. If this is where you're really known from right now, why would you stop?
Exactly. No, that makes sense.
look at a lot of other businesses that have done something they were known for the one thing, and then they stopped focusing on that one thing, and look what it did to their business.
Yes, that's true. It's very true.
So
Wow,
you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot
No, I
either.
don't. That's a good point. Wow, thanks, Dan. Oh, that's really good. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. No, I totally agree. Yep.
Because any little bit out there, anybody that follows the link and then comes across Rockstar, your stuff for
Entrepreneurial
there,
starters, yeah.
then they're like, oh wow, didn't know this, but wow, I can get a lot of other stuff that I need,
Yep.
And yeah.
Good idea. It's a really good idea. I like that. Kareem?
All right, so here's my ideas, because I have a few of them because I've been playing around. One is a lot, even though Alex Becker goes on about email lists. I'm not so big on email lists because, who really gets excited over autoresponders? I've never seen anybody jump for that. But people do like small communities. It works. That's how Isaac does a lot of his marketing. We talked about that. Said, hey, Isaac, kind of like what you're doing with this Facebook group. I kind of like what you're doing with this. So I looked into Buddy Press Clio, which is a WordPress theme. Basically, here's how it works. Can I share my screen?
Well, yeah, of course.
Okay. So let's take a look at it, because I'm thinking this, which it's a WordPress theme, keep in mind, but the way it's customized is kind of like a social media network. So I'm saying, okay, you can't make it on the Power Hour. That's fine. You're busy. You're working. People are busy. I get busy. We're working with Rockstar. So I started playing with this. I think I showed you guys before, but basically here's how it might work. You would have something like this. Now, keep in mind, this is a demo. I'm playing around with this. I'm trying to see the best way to use this. And it's complicated. It's not something that I just, throw together. But it has a home page kind of like this. Of course, ours is going to be different. Cool. It's probably just going to be something simple like this.
Right.
And then you can have, here's the part I like. You can have members.
You said member.
So this is
Dad's
what
shaking his head at me. That's great.
It didn't make any sense.
We've been watching Beavis and Butthead. Don't mind us. Cool.
So it'd just be like, so it'd have forums. You could write articles. You could post media. Kind of like the idea even more than Facebook, because the profiles look better to me. And then you can make groups. So it's kind of like having its own Facebook. And then you ask, okay, what's the differentiation from Facebook, from LinkedIn, from all of that stuff? Because I know that's what Sean would ask me. So what I'd like to do, because you can also, with this thing, add different websites, add different things. I'd like to add some info products, some of our books that we've written, some of the stuff.
Dad says, I know who Beavis is and I know who Butthead is. He's talking about me and you, Kareem.
Yeah, I know.
Right on.
So basically, keep it short. You can have an account. And here's the nice thing. Let's say you come on here and you had a good time. If you blog, the blog goes in the website, so I can see it. And if you have a group and you blog, I can see, okay, who's members of the group. Then basically it's like, hey, Google, we have 100 people who had a good time and they blogged about it, or they said something about it. It doesn't have to be that they're, giving tons of money and stuff. Then inside here, I'm also thinking I can put a mentorship app, maybe put a few apps, because that's what Facebook's really centered around, is apps. Except I wouldn't put games. I don't really want anybody to play Farmville on an entrepreneur site, but I basically make kind of a social media site around the Power Hour, give some apps, which I have a webinar app. I have a few apps. And by apps, I mean like software people can use and info products. And they can have groups, they can write articles, and they can share like media, like different things. And they can also have groups. And then I'm going to build some like nice forums, like what Soul had, and then add it on to here. So I'm thinking with a professional forum, a site like this, maybe a Udemy type site where they can say, okay, I learned something here, and then start posting their own content specifically geared towards teaching entrepreneurs, and then maybe have a mentorship, app and a couple apps like a webinar thing and some overlay stuff and different software they can use. Also, one thing I'm working on just for fun, because I wanted to see if I could do it, is a software that is able to target leads for business. If I can put some of those things in there, and those things can have monthly costs, but this be free,
right?
And maybe make even one more membership site on top of this, that will showcase, different people who come to the Power Hour, their abilities. Like, hey, we have this membership website. All you have to do is pay $25 a month, and then you can get some special training and videos and stuff from Kareem, Chris, Dan, Sean,
that would be
Isaac.
cool.
That's my idea, and it's all community focused, so I don't have to run and bug people. And the nice thing about this is, you can't see it here in the back end, I can put like a calendar. What are we gonna do about, what's popular, what are we most recently doing? Since there's members and it's free to join, it's not too big of a thing. I can also put a chat here, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that would be my basic idea of how to get the Power Hour going without having to like kill ourselves.
I was going to say, a company I was looking at just recently, and right now I'm pulling back from getting involved with them, but they are big enough that they have been able to contact Facebook and are working with Facebook to create their own community Facebook type thing for just their business stuff.
Wow.
Same idea as what you're just talking about. So that idea is a good idea, because people, like you said, people don't really want to be worrying about emails and this and that or the other thing. I don't think they're ever going to really go away or anything like that. But but people like community. They like doing stuff like this.
Yes.
They like the interaction, even if they're not necessarily right there. But even this is interaction, and it's something that people want. And in lieu of people becoming, in my mind, thinking less social, but yet more social in this sphere,
right,
rather than in the human sphere, which is sad. But
a little bit.
It's still a way to have that interaction with people and connect with them and get them excited about what they're doing, and help them get excited about their dreams and their goals and their what. Plus, if you have like you were talking, I love that calendar idea, because if you have that calendar of, say, like when you might do a little training on minimum things of video editing, stuff that everybody should really know, but not everybody gets, not the really intense stuff or anything like that.
Right.
Or say like me, blogging 101, hey, these are the basics, up in blogging. People could go on there, see, and I could then also schedule my time around that. You guys could schedule your time around that. Know that,
that's a good idea.
But it also is a way. But then if they want more intense stuff or things like that, then having the $25 is a way of getting the pay in sense, even though it's not a big dollar amount, but by volume wise, by people coming in and different people coming in and interacting and being a part of that, you can still get a decent amount of people involved in it.
Yeah, I can make an info product around, like, hey, we talked about bringing in the new year. Here's a new year checklist at $5-10, and to me that is worth it, because then I can, you can make something on PowerPoint fairly efficiently, and then let's say 50 people buy it. Doesn't make you a millionaire, but 50 people buying a $10 product, an extra 500 ain't bad.
No, and not
Well,
that's what rock stars are, where we're gonna make our millions. I mean, this is just for our mastermind. So yeah.
but this is that additional funnel thing
Yes,
where
it is. Yes.
you're adding another stream of income on top of the other
Yeah.
as a additional way. You're still providing services. You're still getting paid for the services,
Yes.
but you're not. It's that extra little bit that you have on top of the other.
Yep.
That's the gravy. That's the, you know, and it's for the people that, hate to say it, are in a sense the looky-loos, or the ones that get started and then don't really do anything out of it, but you still got some money out of them.
That's true.
And if they go for the free stuff, then you're not really out anything either.
That's true.
Because you didn't really put a lot of time and energy into them, which, because you want to really gear yourself towards the people that are going to be your best people for your time and energy, and worth the time and energy that you're going to put into them.
Absolutely. I agree wholeheartedly with that one. Yep.
And it also saves of me going invite, or because I want to make this, I want to make a Facebook group around it so there's community based, so I don't have to chase people, because that's the one thing me and Chris really don't have time to do.
No, we not anymore anyway.
What it kind of does is, in a roundabout way, without automating it, it kind of makes it automated, because then at that point you don't have to worry about you chasing other people. They're coming to you, which is what you want. You want them to come to you. Then you can guide them into your other funnel, the rock stars and entrepreneurs stuff, for those that really are wanting to go to that next level.
I agree.
Yes. And the nice thing about this is, if I'm able to get this to work, then it's going to be a lot easier to get clients for Rockstar, because, hey, there's a community of people I can sit there and talk to them.
Yep.
And if I have that tool, you know, that's working as a software, then I can get more leads, and I can go, oh, okay, it's, you know, super cold out here, and Chris says it's super cold.
It is. It has been.
We can't get brochures. Let's say the funnel has an issue. Well, this is another way of, you know, getting more people, just by saying, okay, hairdressers in New York.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. And I can sell, and we can even sell that as a service. Like, hey, we'll help you get clients to your business.
Yep. It's a great idea.
So that's my idea, to bring more people, and also like a Facebook group, keep it engaged, because that's what Isaac does. It works for him, for his network marketing. I haven't seen Isaac send out one autoresponder, which was pretty cool, because a lot of people are like, you have to do it. You have to have an autoresponder. And to me, I'm like, you really have to? Because people don't really care about an email that they know. People don't care about an email that they know is fake. People want to actually know that you care. Even if it's like, hey, how are you? Because that's what Isaac would do. He would go and tell people like, hey, how was your Christmas? How was your Easter? How was everything? How you doing? And then people would jump on and go, oh, he really is interested.
Yeah.
Hey, someone joined.
Hello, who's that? Somebody on a phone.
It's Bill.
Oh, Bill Maybauer. Hey, what's going on?
Bill came back. Bill.
Happy New Year, bud.
Happy New Year.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing well.
That's great.
So are
we.
Me?
No, we can't see you, man. No big deal, though.
Video. Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Turn my heat on, babe. Okay, thank you.
That should be better.
Hold on a second. What? Yes.
We can see you now.
So you changed websites or something? Or Zoom sites?
We did?
We did? What? Change what?
How do we change Zoom?
I don't know. I don't think we did.
I thought your number started with a 2. 293 or something.
Nope.
Okay.
It's all right.
All right. Well, at least I found it.
Yeah, you did, and we're also like we don't have time to do the Power Hour every week, but we're figuring out ways to make it more engaging. We've been going through our goals for 2018, et cetera, how we're going to make the Power Hour Mastermind more engaging, and then the work we're going to be doing with Rockstar Entrepreneurial Starters and the goals we have as our first year as a business is pretty damn good. So we've been going through that tonight. And we lost Bill.
No, he's visible. He's just muted.
Oh, I thought he was frozen there.
No, it's just slow.
It's because he's on a bus, I guess.
Yeah, but yeah, those are some. You both have some very good goals and laid out aspects for you that I think you definitely are well on your way, and definitely that much closer.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a good feeling. I'm really happy. So
now what's interesting is I know other people that have done stuff and made it, but I haven't been on the side of actively seeing it go on. If you can understand what I'm.
Oh yeah,
yeah. No, I can understand. That's why we're here on the Power Hour. That's why
exactly.
That's why Sean and Isaac are helping us, because I want to kind of show people that hey, it's not just watching a video of Tony Robbins or less, because they've already made. It's very intimidating because they can say, oh yeah, you go for the goal, but it's much. Not to say anything, but it's much easier for me to go, okay, I'm financially successful, and to tell you can get there too.
Yeah.
I don't think people resonate with that with Ty Lopez and his cars. You can have this car too. Well, I don't really care about your car.
Yeah.
Well, no. For me, seeing where you guys have come from, and seeing the growth and the change, and where you're getting to, and the fact that yeah, it's been a slow but steady process, and getting better and stuff. In my mind's eye, it's telling me that this is more relatable to me, and I can see myself now doing it compared to listening to some of the other people. Where I know two people personally that one of them's made over $1 million, another one's probably made $1 million. The one company I was just looking at, I didn't know him personally, but I know people that are involved in his business, and him and his wife just made $4 million. But in my mind, it's like, I haven't been in the trenches or seen the trenches to know part of what they've gone through to get to that level. With you guys, I've seen some of this. I've seen some of the struggles and things like that. I haven't been there, on your guys' side, because I live here, you guys live there, but I get a better feel and better understanding, and it connects better with me, here, because I'm seeing it, and it's I'm seeing that the stepping stones.
Yep.
And they're the stepping stones now that I can say, okay, I just got to keep doing these things, keep doing these things. Don't stop, don't quit, keep following their example, keep following, keep trying, keep plugging, keep going. And that's where I am.
That's good, and I'm glad we've been able to help you that way.
My mindset is still there. It's I know the mindset's there. It's just getting all these things kind of in place and going and getting that there. And now that I've seen you guys go through the ups and the downs and the a little bit, and but you haven't quit, I'm like, okay, that's my example now to feed off of and push me and can get me to continue
man. I'm
going.
glad we've been able to help you, man.
Yeah, and that's why even when you told me like, hey, you're coming, I'm like, well, Dan's still coming, France still watches, and there's still people that really are saying like, hey, they helped me start moving forward. And that to me means a lot more than just somebody saying, hey, I watched something, how much money do you make? Or, I made I made a couple dollars. Not to say I'm going to do everything for free, but
because we've been down that road already with mentoring for free.
I don't know. There's a feeling you get that you can't really, that stupid, slogan, for everything, there you go, there's MasterCard. and I laugh at that, but it is true. Like, there's some things, it is a good slogan.
Some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's
MasterCard. Yeah, until you run into debt, and then they're like, hey. But I mean, like, when you get people saying, like Dan, like, hey, you help push me forward, you help move me forward. The Saturday Night Mastermind and the Power Hour helps me keep going. Well, hey,
I'm gonna start doing the Saturday call again. I'm gonna do one this Saturday for sure. We're gonna finish up Think and Grow Rich. We're on chapter. I think we're only on 14, aren't we, Dan?
Yeah.
It sounds about right.
So there's 2 more chapters to go of that one, and then we're gonna start the Law of Success because I have that on audio recording now too. So we're gonna start that one. Yeah.
That's a good one.
It is.
And I have a bunch of books and audio recordings. They actually just came in the mail today.
Nice.
Yep.
What books?
Let's see what we got here.
You're still wearing your scarf. That's awesome.
I'm still wearing it because I was cold. Even though I'm not cold anymore.
He's good. Just being stylish now.
Yeah, he's being stylish.
The Tao Te Ching.
Oh. That's...
I think you're doing that. And when I also said Saturday, I meant the Mastery Mind Collective too. With,
oh yeah,
Sam and Christina. I'd like to get some of those people, work with them and also get them on our masterminds too, because I think that it can be mutually beneficial.
I agree.
So this is a box set, Eastern Wisdom.
Oh,
cool.
This one I thought was just interesting. Parallel sayings of Jesus, Buddha, Lao Tzu, and Krishna, which Lao Tzu's Taoism, Krishna's Hinduism. We have essential Buddhism.
Yeah, when I did Change His Thoughts, Change Your Life, Living the Wisdom of the Tao by Wayne Dyer, there were a lot of things that I'm like, this plays very well with some of where my beliefs come from.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to check out Eastern philosophy and then go, oh, okay, and then I have the Kabbalion.
Nice.
A short history of myth. And then I have The Religion of No Religion by Alan Watts.
Cool.
Good stuff. But yeah, that's the way I see really boosting the power hours through community. And that won't happen overnight either, but I think it'll be a lot easier to say, hey, if there's a bunch of people in groups, forums, message boards that we own,
yeah,
then we can go event, and they'll go, oh, I want to be part of the, because that's the way I've seen people really do it, is they go, oh, I own whatever it is. Like if the CEO of Facebook goes live, people watch.
Yeah.
If the CEO of Twitter goes live, if someone famous who has a group, even though it's not necessarily virtual, goes live, people will watch. And I just see that, like, Gary Vaynerchuk has his group, people will watch. People will go, okay, what's he doing? So to me, it's to have our own group, kind of like we're doing now. But if we have a professional community around it where people can join, people can get help, people can get maybe some info for free and then some paid stuff, that to me will be a way to actually build up authority as well. So I'm not making any promises. I don't know how it'll work, but to me that'll be a nice way to get community and get something extra for Rockstar, because really I still want to be out there doing videos, doing live videos, making stuff, because hey, we're a video company. I think people like to see what Grant Cardone's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily have to, have, you know, $1 million plan or anything. And if you watch Grant Cardone's things, he's not really like saying like, look how much. It's not like Ty Lopez. He's not saying how much money I've got. He's just saying like, here, I'm doing this. I'm about to, like, he does close some sales, but it's not so much bragging. I don't see him so much bragging as in like, hey, here's how to do this. And there's people like, oh, I joined up with Grant Cardone and I won this, or I learned this.
Right.
Here's what he taught me.
Look at it this way. Who would you rather want to follow or be around?
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point.
Yeah, it's like looking at my goals and saying like, oh, okay, you know, Grant Cardone is a regular dude. He's, you know, and here's the funny thing. He's a regular dude. He's not necessarily what I call by any stretch of imagination, like a genius or an intellect, or he's a regular guy. Basically, he's not flaunting around saying, look, I have tons of money, I'm super smart, I've read all these books. And he's well spoken, but he's not like a public speaker or a master of just making videos. But people go towards him because he just goes at it, gets it.
What he learned is he's learned how to take what he was good at, and that was closing sales, and he built upon that. And he learned that in order to get more people interested, he's got to be relatable, real, you know, likable to a degree, but yet frictionable to a degree to get people to try and look and take a side. But yet he's not flashy, he's not flamboyant. No. Sure, every now and then he talks about, you know, so I followed him on some things, and you know, when him and his wife and daughter went on a, you know, trip one time and stuff, I followed that, and when, you know, and stuff, and when they were on Periscope and doing stuff live on Periscope, and stuff like that. And I know that has the Grant Cardone TV and stuff and things like that. So, but I never got the feeling that he was ever being flashy or throwing anything in my face. If anything, he was modeling kind of what, you know, and he's not somebody that came from what it looks like came from a lot of money. No, he really built a lot of what he's done. Yep. And so he gets it. He understands it. Yep. And he understands that there are a lot of people that want to be like him. So that's why he's doing what he's doing. I think that's what makes him more reliable than, say, like Ty Lopez. I've watched a couple of things of his, and I've just kind of just gone, okay, whatever. You know, he rubs me just slightly the wrong way. Yeah, Grant, even though Grant sometimes can get, you know, when he, you know, gets really going and stuff, sometimes the language stuff, kind of like with you, Chris, you know, you kind of, when you get going and stuff, but that's part of who you are. And it's not, I don't put you down for it. I wrote, that's Chris. Yeah. I wouldn't change you for, that's Grant Cardone. And when people realize that,
wears a lot too.
Well, I noticed that too. I watched one of his things. I'm like, oh my God, okay, I didn't know that, because he speaks in his books. He seems so eloquent. Right. I read a couple of his books, and I'm just like, oh, okay, this is a switch. But it didn't turn me off either, because I know he knows what he's talking about, and I know he's, you know, so in that, there's a difference where you're confident, you know what you're about, but you don't have to force anything either.
Right. Agreed. Totally.
Say, guys, I'm going to have to go. I will see you hopefully next week, or when's the next meeting?
Yeah, it'll be we'll try. We're going to do one next Tuesday for sure. We're going to have something planned, so be here. We'll get you.
Okay, great.
See you then. Get notifications on Facebook, and you'll know what's going on, Bill.
Okay, great. Right. Thanks.
Take care, buddy. Have a good night, eh? All right. Bye. All right, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I got to get down to Walmart and get my lenses and get a few things. So I want to thank everyone for being here. Bring in 2018 strong, and let's work our asses off.
Sounds like a plan. Thank you.
All right.